Is Police Minister Fikile Mbalula using his official Twitter account professionally? What is the latest regarding the replacement of Mohale's Cluster and Kagiso Police Station commanders? Can the South African Police Union confidently say there are no corrupt elements within the police service? And is the police union fully behind the newly appointed National Police Commissioner General Kesha Stole? What time is it? It's question time. Khotsong, Gurula, Mraro, and welcome to the show. The recent shutdown in Mohale City has unwittingly put the South African Police Union and Police Minister Fikile Mbalula on a collision course. Earlier this week, Mbalula posted a tweet in which he announced the replacement of 2 police commanders at 2 stations in Krugersdorp, west of Johannesburg. Amongst others, the tweet is alleged to have referred to the officers as rotten apples. Subsequent to this, the police union gave Mbalula 24 hours to retract the statement as it defames its members. While the police minister has apologized for his utterances, the union seems to be dissatisfied. Ironically, a ministry communications aide is being blamed for posting the controversial tweet. Question Time invited him, that is Mbalula of course, to participate in this discussion, but his office said he could not make it due to other commitments. We are live, and therefore you can call us and air your views. The numbers to dial is 089-110-4210. If you're outside the borders, +2789-110-4210, or tweet us your comments. Our Twitter handle is @questiontime24. A reminder that you can also live stream us on our Facebook page, SABC News Online, and our YouTube channel, YouTube.com/SABC Digital News. My guest today is Barry Barnard. He's the South African Police Union National Negotiator. But before we continue with the discussion, let's take a look at what Mbalula had to say about police and corruption in Kagiso.
I cannot complain from my Twitter box and complain from my Facebook. And when I don't come down and understand, because I'm sitting there in my office and the people, I see them on television, and then I don't know what is going on. And people are complaining about the police I lead. Then I've put on my shoes and my nurse suit. I'm here to know that among these people, what is the problem, so that it's me who must fix the police. Nobody else. I must fix it. If the police are corrupt here, I must get rid of corrupt elements.
Okay, that's April Fikile Mbalula, Minister of Police. Well, let me welcome you to the show.
Thank you.
And our best wishes to the president of SAPU. May he recover. We understand that he is not well.
Thank you.
Let's firstly talk about this tweet. There's a tweet which rubbed you the wrong way.
Yes, it's an unfortunate incident by the minister. I think which he is moving outside of what his political mandate is supposed to be. He's going into the operational side of it, for which the National Commissioner is supposed to be there. He defamed our members. He called them rotten apples in the tweet. He called them to be in cahoots with the drug lords without any proof, firstly. Secondly, without even giving them a chance to go and defend themselves. I mean, and that's a constitutional right of every citizen of South Africa. And he was very adamant that he's removing them.
Yeah. Is it his duty to remove officers?
No. He also, when we first confronted him, he said, no, but it's common practice in SAPS to rotate its members. Now, that's not true. All commissioned officers and those posts, you know, from captain upwards, are what they call in the public service postbound. that specific post has got a number, it's got a budget, and you apply for it, and you get appointed there. You can't remove your nitty-willy there. The only people you can rotate are from constable to warrant officer, because those posts are interlinked.
Now, he then apologized.
Yes.
And you're not accepting the apology?
As a union, we accept the apology, although we can see that he was clearly legally advised on it. He apologized, and he puts the blame on a communication aid, and that his decision to remove those officers was based on wrong information.
So what is the status? Are the officers returned to their posts?
What we then know, as we speak, we still wait for his response, because the National Commissioner is the operational head of SABC. After we have received his unconditional apology, we sent a letter to the National Commissioner, a letter of demand, and say that within the next 48 hours we want written confirmation that our members has returned to the original post.
Okay. So what is the minister saying in the letter? He's saying he apologizes unconditionally and he was ill-advised.
Yes, that is what he's saying.
But whose problem is that?
Well, I would assume it's his duty to, because it's his good name that's on the block. He should first go and confirm whether these allegations are true. There's clearly rules and regulations that regulate the so-called removal or transfer of members in SABC. It's Agreement 5 of 99. He should have instructed the National Commissioner to say, go and investigate and see how you can remove these people.
Okay.
But
so
he did not.
Well, fine, he didn't do that. Now, I'm trying to understand, okay, so this communications person who sent out the tweet, what has happened? Has he or she been rotated also?
No, that's the funny part of it is, in his apology to us, the minister actually does not say what he intends to do. He just say there will be consequences. Okay. But nothing more.
All right. Mape, you are in Mpumalanga? Oh.
I'm in KZN.
Oh, Empangeni. I'm sorry about that.
Empangeni, yes.
Okay, sorry, go on.
Yes. Firstly, thanks for allowing us to have a chat on your program.
You're welcome.
But then I also wanted to comment about the utterances of the minister.
Yes.
Yes, it was wrong for the minister to utter such utterances before investigating the matter.
Yes.
And getting the core of it. But having said that, it is true that in our system, in our subsystem, there are police that are not doing their work as expected.
Yes.
Therefore, I believe the minister, as the head of the department, should deal about those what you call police
officers,
police members.
Yes.
But nevertheless, there are stations whereby you report a matter and the matter not being investigated.
Yes.
There are police stations whereby you report a matter. It took months for the police station to get into the core of the matter and the investigation. What then the minister should do about those police stations?
Okay. Because
people are dying left and right, and there's nothing that has been done. And you wait for a year waiting for the arrest of such what you call conduct, and you can even point out the perpetrators, and nothing has been done.
Mapi, thanks very much for that call. Indeed, that's another level or point that I wanted to come to say, are you, as the union, saying that there are no rotten elements in the force in Mogale City?
No, Mpo, it would be irresponsible to come and claim that. We don't have proof of that. But that is exactly what we are saying. We say there are laws and there are rules.
Yeah.
And then there are people responsible for this. The National Commissioner. Go and investigate, deal like what a caller has said, you know. We're not a banana republic. We've got laws.
Yeah, but then what do you do when a community is up in arms saying, we've been coming to this station, nothing happens?
The National Commissioner must come and intervene.
Oh, okay. So you're saying it's not Mbalula's business?
Yeah, it's not his business. The National Commissioner, that is what he's appointed for. If he can't do the job, he must go. But he can come in. He can establish a team to go and investigate, come up with the evidence and remove them.
Okay.
There's even, in the new disciplinary process regulations that was promulgated by the Minister, there's a clause 9 which is calling the expeditious process. When allegations like this comes to the fore,
okay,
you can deal with that individual within a matter of 24 hours.
Oh, okay.
In terms of the regulations.
Okay. No, I hear you. So your beef is with Mbalula?
Yes.
Okay. Francois, welcome.
Thank you, Mpo.
You're welcome.
Thanks for this opportunity, man. Thanks also that, you've taken my call.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it. Mpo, right up. Look, I don't know what South Africans need or what they want. If somebody tried to do the right thing, then he's wrong. I would now commend the minister that at least he showed some character. I don't always agree, with him when he swears and things like that. But he shows character and leadership that he would come out of his high office and then go to the ground, be there to listen and try to deal with the problem. I don't know what the nature of the problem might be, but I'm commending at least him. The difference between a boss and a leader is the boss would give instructions while he's sitting and reclining backwards, and then but a leader would go out and say, take the lead. He's with them.
Okay, Francois.
And that is the one character, and I think we have to commend at least Fikile Mbalula for what he's done now.
Francois.
Thank you for the opportunity, Mpo.
Francois, before you go.
Yes.
SAPU has a problem with the minister. They're saying it is not his business to be recalling or removing officers at the level of at which he did. They're saying, well and good, his intentions may be well and fine, but it is not him, it's the procedure they are against.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you say?
What I'm saying is this. Okay, we know. If the gentleman in studio could say that 100% the police are top, they're doing their best. They are good men and women out there. We have to give credit to those. But what about those they are in cahoots with drug lords, who are in cahoots with all criminal activities and all those? There are some of those.
Okay.
Now they should be getting eradicated, and that is it, and removed from the force, and get men and women who are paid and they have to do their job. That is my take.
Francois, thanks very much. Your response.
Yes, I totally agree with the caller. Those who are rotten, go and investigate, get the evidence, remove them. We don't want them. But just to also tell the caller, the minister has come and accused those 3 individual members to be rotten, in cahoots with the drug lords. The Brigadier Baloy from what's the police station? Not Krugersdorp, the other one.
Okay, the other one
Kagiso.
is
Kagiso.
Yes.
He was rated the number 3 station in the cluster for the past 9 months. Now,
Out of how many?
out of 16 in the cluster.
Okay.
Now, and he's got a program in place which he believes will take him to number 1, because he was taken from a lower level under his command.
So
now suddenly, what happened to this individual to overnight become a drug lord, sympathizer, and a rotten apple? Then surely the leadership in the provincial office has also failed when they were assessing him on his performance.
So you're saying that General De Lange must also fall?
Yes, if the brigadier falls, De Lange must go with him.
Okay. Kaya, welcome.
Thank you, Mpo. Thanks for taking my call.
You're welcome.
I hope you're well today.
Yes, you're welcome.
Yes, Mr. Mpo, I've got just 2 quick questions and a comment. My quick one is that, what does the minister is supposed to do when the police in senior positions are clapping together to even remove or delete information that exists that will implicate them into these cases? What does the minister do? And the operational manager, as it is good, the national commissioner, what must they do in that situation? Number 2, is the gentleman there representing SABC prepared to tell South Africans who are the policemen that he is representing in studio there that are implicated to be friends with drug lords? Is he allowed to mention their color, their names, if possible? I want to make that comment and say the minister is in the right course as long as it does not interfere with how the operational manager or the national commissioner must do his work. Thank you very much for taking my call.
Before you go, Kaya, yes, they're saying, SAPU says the minister has no powers to do what he did. It is supposed to be the national commissioner.
Yeah.
So
I tend to disagree with that. You see, the issue that happened in Mohali City, I'm in the Eastern Cape, but I've seen it over the television. I've seen it in the news. It has reached a point where it is running out, it's getting out of hand. People were about to kill each other there. There was looting that took place there. Then the political head of that department had to do something. And that something had to be in line with what the minister has done. The minister cannot wait for the national commissioner when the country is about to be turned upside down by drug lords.
Kaya, thanks very much. Your response.
Yes, Mpo. I think the one thing that we must say very clearly here is we're not there to protect the corrupt ones. But the Constitution clearly gives the President of South Africa a duty to appoint a National Commissioner of Police. That National Police Commissioner is responsible for the operational management of the police. Then they appoint a political head, which is the Minister of Police. Now, to go back to the remark from the caller to say, but what must the minister do if the cart is upside down? The National Commissioner must prevent the cart from being upside down. He must take action to prevent that. He mustn't wait for the National Commissioner. His duty is to see to it that law and order is maintained and enforced. If he can't do that, he must go.
Who must go?
The National Commissioner. If he can't do the job, if he can't maintain law and order in South Africa, I mean, then he's not fit for the job. He's got all the backing, he's got a political backing, he's got a law behind him, and he's got a manpower to do that.
Okay. Let's go to Rustenburg. Kabelo, welcome. Kabelo? Okay, Kabelo is not there. Well, as you can see on our screen there, breaking news. Veteran actor Womday David Petwe has passed on, and that is the news that is just coming in right now. You will remember Womday from the days of Generations as the original Mr. Moroka. So, yeah, we send our condolences to his family there, Womday. May his soul rest in peace. As we continue our show right here on Question Time, talking about the policing situation, 089-110-4210, 089-110-4210 is the number to dial. Now, Do you have confidence? I really, this is a tongue-in-cheek question. Do you have confidence in General Stole? Well, he even missed his scheduled appearance in Parliament today.
Well, if as an organization, if we must judge him on our experience over the past 3 months, no, we don't think he's the right man.
Why?
Well, he certainly have showed in Krugersdorp that he cannot stand up and execute the rules and the regulations and the laws. He's missing his appointment for whatever reason.
I'm told, and this is not confirmed, I'm told that the minister wanted him to be at the Lekgotla.
Which may be true, but then one must also go and prioritize your commitments. And the general is not the only person available. He's got 5 deputy national commissioners who he can send. But to just stay away, it doesn't send a very good message to your political bosses.
Okay, let's go to Rustenburg. Huizi. Whoa, okay, Huizi is also not there. But, well, I hear you saying you would rather have him resign. But is that a good point to start at? I mean, this man still has a couple of years which he must see through.
Yes, it depends on his actions that will follow. But our experience with him up to now wasn't that good. If he can show to us that he respects the law, he respects the regulations and the processes, yes, I'm sure we can get to a working relationship. But what does he do
when the minister, well, not overrules or overrides, but acts in his place?
He's appointed as a national commissioner. You should tell the minister, this is not your place. This is my place. This is my space. And he's got a backing of the law. Now, they can quickly run to court on other issues. Why don't they run to court to go and protect their territory? They simply concede. And that's why when we started, I said, maybe you should start growing a backbone and come out more strongly and say, listen, yeah, I've got 192,000 employees under me. I'm not a Mickey Mouse employer.
Who is he supposed to be telling that, by the way?
No, he must advise the minister.
Oh.
And say, what you are doing now is not your call. In terms of the Constitution, this is my responsibility. So what is he saying to us? Is he scared of the minister, or doesn't he want to execute his duties in terms of the Constitution?
Yes. Okay. Well, let me just to wrap up the show. I think we've run out of time indeed. But I'll give you your closing remarks here. What is going to happen? You're saying that you're waiting for the National Commissioner to come back to you. Your demand is those members must be returned to their posts. Am I getting you correct?
Yes.
And you are prepared to take this to the highest court in the land?
If we don't have confirmation in writing by tomorrow morning that they have reported back to the positions where they were, we'll meet the Commissioner and the Minister in court.
Okay. Well, we will definitely be following that up. But let me just repeat that the breaking news there that Omday has really passed on, and he has left this shores. So we say to the family, indeed, may his soul rest in peace. That was Question Time. From me and the entire crew, you have yourself a wonderful time.